Hello everybody and welcome back to Breaking News Letter, and today we have got a breaking news, and that is Danny Brittany in the Aston Martin is now being set to leave the Aston Martin, and gosh knows where it will go to. That shot looks like I am leaving the Aston Martin. I don't even know where I'm going to go to, so this means this rest of the season I have to perform the best of my ability in order to say potentially the top team or something. As you see, the performance chart at the moment is still the best. The Red Bull, Williams in third, Mercedes, McLaren and Ferrari are close to each other, but I could think about moving to the Williams back to the Williams next season. I mean, I do not hate that, if I'll be honest with you. I think it's a really good move if I end up going back to Williams, and here it's rather standing. It looks like the championship chances for me are starting to creep away, which sucks. And we only have half of this race. It's about 4 races left if my math is correct. 4 races in order to get the world champion. Looks like it may not be the case, so it looks like I'm gonna have to play the team game in order to help Fernando Alonso for his world champion, and it might be the best solution for me to help, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up in Monza GP. I am basically going to try and see if I can get a podium or a win around Monza and get my confidence back and see if I can actually fight for the world champion, because I have a chance. But here's the shocker: Fernando Alonso is out with Perez, goes Sargent and Kevin Magnussen out in bottom 5, but Fernando is the shocker one, and that didn't need the hope where I'd had to fight with Alonso throughout the race, but that to change. Alonso might have the best race of his life and get back up to top 3 or something, so we have to wait to see what can happen. So I am going to try my best and see if I can do well here, and then we will have, try and see if we can fight for the world champion. But with the contract, all the contract talk with Aston Martin obviously been confirmed, I am leaving. They're likely to put me to the side and tell me you're doing the team play and you're going to help Alonso to win. And I have to be honest, I'm going to try my best to listen, but it's not definite that I'm going to do that. And of course, in 2 teammates, the good one up in 4th, we got George, Ocon, Norris, Hülkenberg and Lance Stroll are out in 2-2 now, doing 2-3, and obviously you see I'm on medium tyre, and the reason why I'm on medium tyre, I want to say soft tyre, just in case, because I have this tyre, the funny feeling there could be a chance for safety car or a less flat, because the championship is quite hard, and me and Alonso are competitive a lot more now. We know what happened in Dutch. Who knows that will repeat again, despite him being down in P18. Being to change in the Sunday race, but towards we might start to run into the P7, but can I get up? Yes, I will get up P4, so I'm going to be starting in P5, and Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz gone 1 and 2, which is really good around the home track. Albon and Williams are 3rd, Max in 4th.
We're back in Italy once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. And what a great race is in store for us today, here at the oldest circuit on the calendar, which hosted its first race all the way back in 1922. With top speeds reaching 215 miles per hour, only a few places can challenge Monza's crown as the fastest track in Formula One. Hard braking zones going into the 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some close action. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Albon, Verstappen, Daniel, Behrman, Gasly, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Ocon, Norris, Stroll, Perez, Joe, Sargent, Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves? Big excitement? What?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race. Probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
Right, speed is key here today. We're going to want a low downforce setup. It does mean that DRS won't be as effective, but hopefully we'll be so quick we won't even feel it.
As we now are getting ready for the Monster long plane, and I'm hoping it will be a good Sunday with the medium to hard, hoping it will be good. And obviously soft tire is now being saved just in case if anything had happened, and I'll be taking soft tire, but of course I'm hoping that it's not the case, but we're going to wait to see what we have at issue. We will potentially struggle with our components where they are over 50% raised. I've only changed this one component and that's it. So if I do rechanging my component, it pretty much make me disqualified for the qualifiers. We have to be in the back in the long point. We wait to see how I'm going to do in P5, and it's going to be lifestyle along the way we go. We Charles Leclerc on the lead, and we've got Carlos, so you have a good start. But in the second place, we have Matt Verstappen in fourth, and me are trying to lurch through ahead of Matt Verstappen. I've got myself wheel to wheel with Alexander Albon, and I pulled off a move on Albon, and now I moved up to P3, trying to cover up the area of Alexander Albon. Got Gasly in P6, and you see Fernando Alonso had made one move up from P18 up to P17 ahead of Joe in the Audi to that previous start for Alonso, but can he move his way through the field? We know Aston Martin is very, very strong. All season long, we showcased with the win and podium, but lately the form has been slowly downhill rather than uphill. But that's obviously going to wait to see what we can do. So we got 1-2 so far with both of them. They're doing a pretty good job so far. Albon is watching behind me, and now over to lap 2. We obviously started making our way, catching up to Carlos side, but we did get a message that Carlos side apparently are struggling with an issue, I believe, with engine components, so that's why you see me are a lot more closer to Carlos side, and you can see him start to pull it away from Charles Leclerc. So there is a certain of issue that Carlos side is dealing with right now, as I pulled over to the left, going for the move on the inside, overtaking Carlos side, really overshot it too much, but luckily the temperature of my tyre and the grip feels good. I was like, that's comfortable, and I'm now ahead of Carlos side, but have a chance for Albon, who's going for the move on the inside and now the parabola on Carlos side, trying to get himself ahead of Carlos, and it looks like it will, but it ended up being real to real, knowing why there is a superior speed on the medium today. It's really good to see. Meanwhile, with Ocon, Verstappen and Gasly, as you see Oliver Behrman watching, Ocon had just pulled double overtake on Gasly and Matt Verstappen. How had he pulled that move that is incredible shot to see from Esteban Ocon that didn't need the confidence maybe or to hit my way back to the Williams and now into lap 4. We are right behind Charles Leclerc and I'm doing towards the problem for him. I got the DR though, now I'm doing for the move on the left side, trying to overhead of Charles Leclerc, and I've done that without worrying about being side by side with the clean overtake, not worry about wasting too much time. But I know that because my components were, it made it harder for me to try to pull away with the way the start so much in Jackson, who did lose his place to his French former teammate Esteban Ocon is up in fourth now with Albon in third. John Williams are pretty solid right now, and you see down the bottom with Fernando Alonso, who now moved up to P15 ahead of Perez, and he overtook Sargent as well. And of course, back on my board, we've got a fighting going on with Charles Leclerc. Gone for the move on the inside. He played attack a bit early, so luckily I've reacted to it just in time, and I've played, but we lost a position with so much. But I'm fine with it, but I did not expect him to break that early because I've learned my lesson and I'm going for the move on the inside of my parabola, but unfortunately made the contact with Charles Leclerc, and I think I was a little bit over confident, and that is the bad thing to go through. Obviously we need to be careful with that, and we've got Charles Leclerc who went ahead another move again, hasn't made in lap 5, and obviously he's doing a really good job, making sure he, stayed ahead of me, and I'm obviously feeling the pressure that I know I got on where I need to try to maintain that. At the same time, maintaining Charles, Albon and Ocon, and Albon, who's looking to me to move on the inside. I'm trying to cover it off the best of my ability, but I don't really think I can hold it for long. As he pulled over to the left, and it looks like he will get much more back to play, but close it off once again, and I keep doing it, but try to hold him behind. I'm going for the move on Charles and the outside into the inside, overtaking Charles Leclerc, and that was a really good defending and up-banking, which is obviously showed there's confidence for me, but I need to be careful because we know I got a little bit of front wing damage, so I need to be really careful with that one. And we can see Albon gone for the move on Charles Leclerc on the inside, and that is an incredible play of that Williams, and Ocon also tried to do the same thing, but he's been closed off by Charles Leclerc. He had the feeling that would happen if he closed it, and Albon has gone by on the left, overtaken me. I'm going for the move on the outside, but same what happened with Charles Leclerc, had to brake a little bit early to make sure that we don't make a contact. I've already got a front wing damage, which is really bad, to have. So we need to try and just make sure we be careful and just go through the way. We got really tight with him, so that's when I knew my tyre is actually a lot more back to right now, and I think I started gaining confidence despite making contact with Charles Leclerc, but I wasn't bothered about it too much. But it seemed like going to the left, his Albon was covering it up really well, and I got myself ahead of Albon, trying to give him space in case he went for a big dive on the inside to retake his place, but he didn't do that whatsoever, which is good. I have Ocon and Albon are finding a manner to pull 1.2 seconds, which is good, and Ocon on the right side going for the move on Alexander Albon, who can come out of it in P2. It looks like the Ocon had done a long way well, but that slingshot him really well. He got himself up in P2 and Albon into P3 now, and you can see Fernando Alonso just now had moved into top 10. He is starting to make a comeback live, which is quite frightening to see. That obviously going to affect me if he gets close with me, and I'm now going in the pit later to see me going into it. Both Williams are now racing all the way to turn 1, but can Charles Leclerc make it 3 more? Yes, it will. He got a double overtake on both Williams, and he's retaken his lead in Italian long point. Fantastic move that was on Charles Leclerc. He mimicked what Ocon did, but on the opposite side, and that was a phenomenal overtake on Charles Leclerc. He should be proud of that. Ocon and Albon are continue fighting with Miller, and eventually allow Max Verstappen to catch up. But going into lap 14, Albon and T1 have couple tyres behind that have gone into the pit and they put a new tyre on, and I'm down P-WT, as you can see. Fernando Alonso is in P3 at the moment. He hasn't pitted just yet, so he's going to pit potentially next lap or this lap. Who knows what Alonso will be doing, and I'm now pulling out in this pit lane slate, and I got myself ahead of Max Verstappen, but behind Ocon and Charles Leclerc, which mean what I've done pitting early didn't really do a good for me, so I went to pit early, trying to get a longer lead overcut. That's what I was planning to do, but that ultimately failed, and I ended up behind Ocon and Charles Leclerc, and that's because the medium tire was still okay to continue on. Maybe I made a mistake, but I'm okay with this because I'm right behind Ocon. You know, I was get slipstream DR, so I was be able to make a move on Esteban Ocon with no problem and tap Charles Leclerc. But this is where Alonso can actually end up making advantage of what he's doing. Don't wait to see what he can do, and we're fighting left, going to the right as Ocon tried to toughen it up, overtake Esteban Ocon. I was not scared of anything. I was going to be ruthless with my overtake, and I've succeeded in that, which is good. But Ocon now coming back to the bit of a slipstream. I was thinking about, should I slow down, get the DR advantage? But the car really do that. It's illegal, unlike the car on long side we do, unfortunately. But we're now going into the pit lane straight, which is see top of car now going well. Albon is coming out, and we are staying ahead of Albon, which is good. But Albon will be fighting Max Verstappen. They're going real to real into turn 1 and 2, and Ocon is in P2. And Charles Leclerc in P1, and Albon is showing a extraordinary play against the Red Bull. As you can see, Fernando Alonso is now in P6. He has pitted and he come out in P6. He was P18 and he gone into P6. How has he done that? Does that mean he will definitely potentially be in the fight for the win, because we all quite close with each other to end up having a fight for the win. I've got the fastest lap, so that 1 point into my box, which is good. But this is where we have to go for the move on Charles Leclerc. Now the outside went a bit too wide, made a contact, and I've lost my front wing, and Charles got himself ahead of me, and I would say that was my fault. I went a little bit too wide on the braking, and that ultimately costed my time, and I've not got a bottom front wing. I was like, do I pick now? And I was like, no, what? Let's not worry about that. So continue on. We got no end plate, which is like will affect me a lot. We just gotta keep on going and just hope for the best. But that means Alonso behind will eventually catch up to me. But we know how stubborn I can be with multiple cars, and I'm going to defend the best as I can. And Ocon had gone for the move on the outside line, and he overtaken me. I was like, try not to put too much effort in defending, because I've already got a problem with my front wing. So I was going to be like, okay, let's just do a smart thing, going to do the slipstream and stuff like that. And Ocon has pulled over and overtaken on Charles Leclerc, fantastic move, and now the parabola, he is pleased about that overtake for sure. But will he get the DR? It looks like his flap is not open, so Charles Leclerc has taken that DR off on Ocon, and he's going for the move on the outside. Can he retake his lead in the Italian long front? But it looks like he won't. And we're going to check out the replay on what happened with the collision between me and Charles Leclerc. You can look on board with Ocon. It really close with each other, wasn't it? So I thought it was very unfortunate, and I obviously put my hand up for that one. I'll take the blame on there, and we've got Charles Leclerc who made a move on Ocon, and I've gone for the move on the inside, taking double overtake on both cars with a broken wing. How on earth had I pulled it off? I have no idea how I've done that. The confidence was just like, go for it, and we somehow succeeded in that overtake, and I was flabbergasted from that, and I was really pleased I managed to pull it off. But we also will allow Ocon Charles Leclerc, Albon, Matt, and potentially Alonso catch up, because obviously too much fighting means everyone can catch up to what, and Albon has pulled the same move he just done against Charles Leclerc like Ocon did, but on the inside line, and Ocon going for the move with me, and he unfortunately got himself ahead. But someone has gone off, and that is Ocon with smoke. Smoke, as he overtaken me, has just gone poof, and that's because he spent so much time in my slipstream, heated up his engine wear, and it's just run poof, and that is so unfortunate for Ocon. He actually theoretically could end up winning the Monza GP if I, continue sluttering between my fun win. That was really unfortunate for Esteban Ocon. So obviously we also got some word from my engineer about problem in my car. I was like, oh come on, what is it now? We already got 4 problems, fun wing damage and the component issue. I was like, what more to happen for me? And we had Matt Verstappen had overtaken Charles Leclerc while the outside, and that is unfortunate for Charles Leclerc going from P1 to drop down to P4. But Fernando Alonso is in top 5 now, thanks to Ocon DNF with the mechanical issue, and Fernando will be now completed again with Charles Leclerc, and another William Alexander Albon had overtaken me. I was like, fine, go for it, we're not going to put too much problem, but I've also turned in a little bit too early, but not too as he's getting in trouble, which is good. And here's the replay on Fernando Alonso made a move on Charles Leclerc, fantastic overtake, 18 lap down to the right, and succeeded with that overtake. But you also can see my MFD, I've got orange amber colour on the component of my engine. That's how you know I have been dealing with the issue all this long, but we can still manage to continue putting good pace in, which I'm quite happy about. But we've got Matt Verstappen, who pulled it off on the left, but I've covered the move off on Matt. I'm done for the move on Albon and try to stay ahead of him, which I just did, and a bit snap from Alexander Albon, which is unfortunate for Albon. He's lost a bit of a time and maybe made the contact with Matt, but I don't think that had happened because it is debris, fly off the car. But in lap 24, we can see Albon is like that, slowly going for the move on the inside line. I was braking really late, making sure it doesn't get through, but unfortunately I turned in, and that made the contact with Albon. I got a damage in my floor, and I was expecting him to back out, but there was no room for him. But it looks like I had continued making problems for myself, and we got 3 wide, and I managed to stay ahead on Fernando Alonso, despite being in the middle, both hardway and now. I managed to be the first one out, and that was a fantastic defending or overtaking, whichever you will call it, and that was obviously really close, allowing Fernando to get ahead, but if he got ahead, that race over, he will take the win. I do not want that for him, because don't forget, the championship is still in for me, but it started to seem unlikely with all the damage that I've stated, and we got 3 cars in the paddock line, and Alonso done for the move on the inside potentially, and that means we called the problem for me, but he just made the contact. What on earth did Alonso made the contact sticking to the inside line? You're not even supposed to be there anyway, even though he done for the move, but it was too late, there was no room, and he just ruined it his own way and my way, and that means race over for Alonso. And I also got a major damage on my side body or underbody. It's basically crystal red, and that really sucks so much. Despite being P4, we are going to struggle till the end. We've got to do our best of our ability to get to the end, and we've got Matt Verstappen pulling me on the left, and he's going to overtake Alexander Albon. Fantastic move on Matt Verstappen from P4, and he started slugging a little bit early on, and then made his way back through. And now on to final lap, he now going to be leading, and he pulled 2.1 seconds. And we got Charles Leclerc, who literally made another move on Albon on the outside line. Can he take to P2 to the Monza. He was in P4, now backed up in P2 from 4 series that not really able to take. He lost the hour, but his Albon done a good job defending in Carlo side. In P4 at lockdown to P5, his Carlo overtook me unfortunately, but Charles Leclerc still has got a chance to get ahead of Albon. We've got DR coming up very, very soon. He to overtake Albon from that point. He also, don't forget, got a Bonington win. He got the end place being damaged as well. But that didn't stop him from doing a really good job. And I know me and Charles and probably Alonso have a chat about what happened. And I am obviously furious on what happened with me, Alonso and Charles. Pulled the move on the outside, overtaking Alexander Albon. Fantastic move that was for Charles Leclerc. But all eyes are on Max Verstappen as he's coming out the parabola, and you can see the Turkish flag, and he's going to win the Italian Grand Prix, and that Lewin from Lean from 1-2, and Louis Marchand for a win, and Charles comes second, Albon comes third, and Charles in 40 spots having issue, and you can see all the cars bunching up with me, but where am I to the 4 hour, and that is P12, and guess what that happened? 3-second penalty, and that shot Shona and Fernando somehow got live over there despite him making contact with me.
There was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
And it's always good, Crofty, to get that momentum on your side, and it's really good for your confidence as well. The more confident you are, the further that can take you.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
As you see on the top step of the podium, Max Verstappen with Charles P2 with a fantastic overtaking in the final. DR let down again the Albon, and he's in third place. They should be happy about that anyway, but I am not happy. Let's be honest here. We all know I'm not happy, maybe because the tension with and the frustration that I had due to what happened in the beginning of the episode. The contract is being, not going to happen between me and Aston Martin, and I'm end up doing to leave. That might play to the part into this weekend, and I'm just really gutted. And Alonso, who's obviously with P18, meet up basically top 3, locked out the P9 and me in P12, and I'm really disappointed about what happened, and if I have to be honest, I'm not going to apologise to Fernando, and to stay 91 points behind Matt. Championship is over, potentially, if I continue doing what I was doing. That means championship is not going to happen, but I'm happy to fight for the construction title in my last season at Aston Martin, and of course, unfortunately, not the rivaling with Charles Leclerc. So yes, that weekend went really badly for me, and I just don't understand, because Fernando on the inside line, we all knew he was going for the move on the inside. We can see it coming, but I was expecting him not to really go for the move, but he ended up doing it. When I turned in, the indicator that came up red, which basically saying he's in there right now, and it was too late for me to back out, but there's another car next to me, so I didn't expect it too much, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Race is over, weekend over, we are heading over. There's still a poor Grand Prix, so I'm going to see you in the next episode. So thanks for watching, please like and dislike my video, do you love it, very appreciated, and peace out.